Welcome back, and thanks for coming to our second video in this series, You, Me, We, couples inspiring each other to reach their full potential. And we are excited to share with you a few of the chapters in this book. And one of the first ones that we wanted to share with you was about parallel lives. And you know from geometry that parallel lives go in the same direction, or parallel lines go in the same direction, but they never ever cross. That might be great for a highway, but not so great for a marriage. And so we had to realize very early on, we were very busy in ministry, and we found ourselves doing lots and lots of things. 7 days a week we were involved in ministry in different capacities, so our responsibilities were not the same. Yeah. And so we had to find a way to find our way into each other's lives in that aspect. That didn't mean that I became part of his activity or whatever it is that he was doing, but we became interested and made sure that we showed that we cared and supported everything that each other were doing. So it's important in a marriage to not live a parallel life, but a perpendicular life where every area of your life in some way, shape, or form, they cross, and you're able to encourage each other and support each other through that.
And one way we did that is we began to actually re-examine our personal goals.
Yes.
What were the things that we desired to do? And it doesn't mean that when we were walking this parallel life as we were, I'm going this way, she's going this way, we're both going forward, but like she said, we're not crossing. It doesn't mean that we weren't achieving personal goals, right, but we hadn't connected and said, okay, how can we really work this together and really be one at it? So we did step back and say, okay, what are our goals and aspirations? And we begin to move forward, but how can we do that again, say collectively, or make sure that we were crossing with each other at different parts so we can know where we're going, what we're happening in each other's life.
Right.
Because you can walk this, again, in this parallel in this example, you can continue to move forward, but never connect.
Right.
And then you get distant in this whole parallel world you're living, and we don't want to get like that. We want to get closer, and we want to cross at some points and communicate, connect with each other. Right. And we did that by talking about each other's personal goals and how we can work in and fit into those lives. Right.
And one of the things that, it's funny, when that happened, when we were living parallel lives on a highway, Autobahn, it was before we had kids. And it's almost like having kids knocked us off of that horse, and we began to figure out what our vision was for our whole family. So we want to talk about collective vision is another chapter in this particular series. And man, when we came together and decided what we wanted together, what we wanted our lives to look like, the environment of our home, what we wanted for our children, for each other, how we wanted to prefer each other's gifts and talents and goals and purpose, things became a lot more clear. Yes. Instead of just, I'm going to get mine and I'm going to get mine.
There was a collective intentionality about things.
And we made decisions based on that. So if it didn't line up with the vision that we had for our family and the mission that we were on in that whatever season of our lives we were in, then it was a no. Because it came against us, it came against our vision for our family, our household. And so, we'll talk about that later in the series, but it's really important to have that collective vision, to know where you're going, what you both want out of life, how you want to parent your children, the environment of your home, how you want your relationship to flourish. These things don't just happen on their own. You don't have a great marriage on mistake.
And that's one of the things I wanted to mention, and it's one of the chapters in the book, but we had to communicate.
Right.
Again, we're not going to get into that, but the whole idea about getting off this parallel track or coming together, crossing over perpendicular, so to speak, it was intentional because we began to talk based on this, again, a desire for our household, our family, on what we wanted to happen.
So we know that you will enjoy these chapters because you'll have a lot of bells and whistles and light bulbs go off as far as different areas of your life that may be right on point and other areas that you want to change. So We are very excited about sharing more with you in our next videos. Thanks for watching.
Peace.